Welcome everybody to episode number 16 of the PokeGuardian Podcast. I'm Taj from PokéTaj and I'm joined by Zakariya from PokeGuardian.
Hello everyone, how are you doing?
I hope everyone is doing well. So me and Zakariya, as usual, we're discussing all that's been going on in Pokemon, well, as much as we can cover in this period of time since the last episode. So hope you guys enjoy that. So what we'll do, we'll start off with our usual start to our podcast. We're going to talk about card pickups. So Zakariya, what is a card that you've recently picked up for your personal collection?
Too much to count. If you want to follow what I get each month or daily, you can follow my Twitter on PrimalLugia because there's too much I get on a daily basis. But some of my highlights I've picked up. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, nice.
This web surfing Pikachu. It wasn't very expensive, I think. For web cards are quite hard to obtain.
Yep.
In Japan, I think 15 years, 20 years ago, you could order these online, literally on the web. And flying surfing Pikachu is, I think it's going to be in demand soon because of Celebrations hype. Why not? Also, some pre-release stuff going on. Leafeon VMAX Hyper Rare, or Rainbow Rare in English. Very cool. I got it traded for a Flareon V Full Art, which I won't say no to that. He was happy, I was happy, so why not? And Wednesday I pulled this one.
Stunning. Oh yeah.
Leafeon VMAX Special Art, indeed, very very cool. I really like this card. Mixed opinions about this card. I think people say it's the worst out of the four special arts of the evolutions. I personally like it as much as the others. Of course, since I'm an Umbreon fan, I'm a bit biased. I really like the Umbreon VMAX special art, so yeah, I think that's one of the best cards this year in terms of artwork. But yeah, this were my pickups, some of my highlights, and you, Taj.
Yeah, let me just grab one of my ones that I picked up recently. So I went to pre-release, got Zinnia Full Art, so I was very happy with that. So I picked up Copycat Full Art, that's been added to my collection. And then the other three, Aroma Lady, Raihan, and Gordy, I've snapped up on eBay. Just as Evolving Skies release day, I saw everyone dumping cards on eBay, so I've managed to pick those up. So I got all the full arts I wanted, so happy with that. But I finally managed to obtain this card in Japanese. I did have it in English, but it is the Galarian Moltres Special Arts. My English copy, very badly centered. This Japanese one is a lot better, and I really wanted it in Japanese purely because the texturing is a lot better. So yes, very happy to have the Shibuzu Galarian Moltres. So that was my main pickup. But obviously, I've picked up a lot of full art supporters since then. I've got into a really bad habit at the moment of not just getting full art supporters I need, but if I see some which I think, oh, that's a pretty good price, I'll get that. I think I'm currently sitting on 4 Shauna full arts now from the latest set. Yes. So yeah, I'm picking up a few cards as and when I see them. So yeah, that's my card pickups.
Excellent.
Right, so we'll move on now. So let's talk about a few very strange announcements. It looks like the Pokemon Company International left some stuff in its warehouse and its vaults, and it suddenly remembered, oh yeah, we haven't released these in English yet. They've had a very, very busy year last year, and I think a culmination probably of COVID and special sets being delayed. I think Shining Fates was probably due to be earlier than it did, and Champion's Path ended up being a filler special set to get the Christmas, trade in. So they probably forgot about this. So let's see. So on 17th August on PokeGuardian, you reported that a Pikachu and Zekrom GX Premium Collection was revealed, featuring the gold Pikachu and Zekrom from Tag All-Stars that had been omitted from the English release. Now, this is pretty huge because these gold cards probably helped to drive the price of Tag Team All-Stars up fairly recently, because there's been a lot of international interest in Japanese products. And Tag Team All-Stars has seen a massive surge in price as far as booster boxes were concerned, because they contained these, what were thought to be Asian exclusive, because these did get released in other Asian countries, gold cards. So the Pikachu and Zekrom, let's have a look at this. I mean, it's Eevee Games Australia listed it, and it's 120 Australian dollars, which is a roughly just under 90 US dollars. Releasing in November 2021. That's a placeholder date, and it's labeled as an Eevee Games store exclusive in Australia. It's a premium collection, 10 booster boxes. It's going to have the oversized gold card as well as a regular size one as well. So really interesting. Well, should we talk about the other one as well while we're talking about this?
Why not?
Yeah, so there's a Reshiram and Charizard one has been announced as well. And again, this was the same price. And again, it's the same time it's going to be releasing. Same source as well, Eevee Games in Australia. So very interesting that this one's obviously going to be super, super hyped, in demand. We know how much Reshiram and Charizard, how popular they were. One as playable cards, but as collectible cards as well. And the Rainbow Rare was like a ridiculously high price for the time when the card was out. Now you might look at it and think, oh, you can get special arts cost more than that, But at the time, very, very expensive, and it is a very much sought after card. So this card's going to be hugely in demand. I mean, what are your thoughts, Zakariya, on both these products?
2 years too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the best summary to give in a couple of words. But these are going to rotate out. These Tech All-Stars released October 4th. When these release in November, they are expanded, essentially. Yeah. I think it was confirmed that Sun and Moon block would rotate out in the next rotation. Yeah, I think why the Pokemon Come International? I think you should have released them ages ago. In the end, I think it is still nice to see them appearing. I do hope we see all 7 gold cards releasing, but we still miss a lot of cards from that set. Tech All Stars. I think like 50 or 40 cards we are missing. And that's too much. Yeah. How will they release all these cards? We don't know. But there's your proof that after 2 years, the Pokemon Company International can still release stuff from past Japanese sets. My opinion about these cards, I think these gold cards look amazing. I'm curious if these will ever come outside of Oceania and North America. I do hope it will release in Europe, but going from the past, the past release products, there have been Tech All-Stars released in the past. The small but mighty premium collection with Igglybuff, the baby's GX.
Yeah. The baby fairy type cards, yeah.
Yes. It released as a special art in Oceania and in North America. Same with Jirachi GX. I think that was a Walmart exclusive during Black Friday. And we had the Embryon and Espeon, Darkrai and Deoxys GX as the tech. I don't know what's called again, but these released as well.
Yep.
But yeah, nothing more crazy released in the past. What do I have to say? I hope everyone gets a chance to get these gold cards. But released 2 years too late, in my opinion.
Absolutely. I just think, it's a very strange product announcement, to be fair.
Yes.
To have something, like you say, being released so late in the day, it's almost like, we have to get these out. Let's just get them out, rather than any strategic launch for them. It's almost like November. They're releasing them around that time where people are going to be buying for the holiday season. So, potentially this could be somebody looking at this, ooh, gold cards. These must be really nice to collect, like a parent or a loved one who doesn't know much about Pokemon could be buying it for someone. But then again, with 10 packs, it's going to be a premium collection and the price is premium as well. So it's not something you're going to make a snap decision on to buy someone without knowing much about it. So again, very interesting product, but I think it's a bit of a filler product as far as I'm concerned. But there will be collectors definitely after this, and the Charizard fans will be loving this as well as the Pikachu fans.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll move on. Let's talk about some in Japan now. So eBay Japan. Now, eBay in Japan isn't as big as Yahoo auctions in Japan, but it's still very important and very, very influential. They publish their cross-border e-commerce trends, which is quite important because eBay in Japan is more around trading and is open market, auction market with international buyers and sellers. For the period of April to June this year, they've revealed that the sales trend for listings that have been sold on eBay, and as expected, Japanese Pokemon cards were growing at a rapid pace and ranked first again for the third consecutive term. Shiny Star V in quarter one was, again, pretty much the same. So the top 10 highest transaction amounts by value, toys, collectibles, cards, and games, basically puts Pokemon in third, which is huge. I mean, that is massive considering what it's up against, like video games, consoles, and photography and everything else. It's massive. And it's 833% more in quarter one and 491% more than in quarter four. It's just insane, the value that they're growing by. And the top individual selling product by volume was Eevee Heroes booster boxes.
Of course.
Which is expected and no surprise. We all know what the international hype was like for that. It was just through the roof. At the time, those of us who are educated in Japanese sets and know how the sets release in English knew that Eevee Heroes would be released in English. Not a matter of whether it would, but when, and we knew when it would. But I think a lot of people who had got into collecting Japanese, because Shiny Star V has brought a lot of new people into the Japanese market, and because of the massive lack of availability of products in English, people turned their attention to Japanese products, and Shiny Star V was, wow, look at this amazing set. You're guaranteed all these shiny cards and guaranteed a V card in every pack and a couple of holos. And, again, high-class sets are always a way to introduce new people into the product, simply by the amount of bling you get in each box. So Eevee Heroes naturally was the next thing that was announced very, very early, a lot earlier than other sets. So the hype was through the roof. So I'm not surprised by this. We know that it sold out twice in pre-releases, because there's an open pre-release and then a lottery pre-release through the Pokemon Center, Japan, and then it's been crazy. But I mean, what are your thoughts on this? I mean, looking at the numbers, some crazy numbers there, Zakariya.
Yes, it's incredible. And I think this for Pokemon, this hasn't happened before. They took the first place spot of most sold products on by Japanese eBay sellers for the fourth consecutive term. That's insane, if you may ask me. I think no other even brand has accomplished that. Card games, if I'm not mistaken. I've seen some past sales data. Magic, maybe Yu-Gi-Oh. Took sometimes in a quarter in number one spot, but Pokemon 4 times number one. since the Legendary Heartbeat came out.
Yeah.
And Legendary Heartbeat wasn't as hype as Shiny Star V, but it was almost a turning point. And Shiny Star V, it was a turning point for many collectors. 2 times, number one, Q4 2020 and Q1, 21. And then indeed came Eevee Heroes. And Q3 will be 25th anniversary collection, of course.
Yeah.
That's just how it's going to be. Yeah. People are already paying almost about, 1,000% of MSRP on pre-orders on eBay.
Yeah.
It is selling. Don't do it. My opinion, my advice. You don't have to do it, but $400 for a booster box. That's, let's say $50, to you shipped maybe. That's insane. Watch out what you pay for, and you don't even probably get the promo pack, which has the Clash of Collections in English, subset. So I think these packs are already also pre-ordering for $200. Yeah, it's going to be a mess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, it's going to be a mess in October. But again, these are very, very interesting numbers. Yeah, let's see next quarter what will happen. And the momentum is going very strong in Japan.
Yeah, and I think the Pokemon Company International is trying to sort of counteract this in a certain way by introducing both products at the same time in English and in Japanese. They're doing sort of pretty much simultaneous news information about these sets to try and tell people that you don't need to import them from Japan. They're coming in English as well, but it's still not stopping people from doing that. I think once you've had a taste for Japanese cards and seen the quality, and remember the artwork that's designed for cards is originally intended to go on a Japanese card. Yes. With that bordering, with that card stock product, the finish on the card is totally different. The board is different. So it's to see the artwork in its intended form is to see it on a Japanese card rather than it being, put on a more matte-looking card with a yellow border. Can totally change the outlook of what the art's meant to look like on a card. So I think people have sort of clocked on to, wow, okay, they look a lot more special as well, and the hype is there. So yeah, once you've experienced Japanese cards, it becomes going a bit of a step backwards looking at English cards. Okay, let's talk about video games. These video games, we don't usually talk about video games, but we're only talking about video games for one reason, because there are cards related to this as well. So Arceus V, however you like to say it, or however it's pronounced in your country, promo, it was revealed, as well as a deck box pre-order bonus from the Pokemon Legends Arceus reveal. So there's a Pokemon Direct, wasn't there? We had last week, I think it was on the 18th of August.
Yes.
A couple of weeks ago, and we saw a lot more content from Diamond, the new Diamond and Pearl remakes, as well as Arceus Legends game. And then they revealed on Pokemon Japan that if you pre-order, there is a limited time pre-order product, a special card that you can receive, which is stamped with the game's logo on it. And that will be available. And it's not just from the Pokemon Center. There are other shops doing that promo as well. But if you were to pre-order from 7net in Japan, you can get an exclusive deck box featuring Arceus and all the starter Pokemon and Pikachu from that game as well. What do you think about these pre-order bonuses?
I think these are excellent pre-order bonuses. Arceus V, I think on the PokeGuardian Twitter, you could already see the hype, so many retweets on that card. And I don't blame them. The artwork is just fantastic. What I see is it's probably not going to be textured.
Yep.
It looks to be, regular embossed V card rarity. But again, it's going to be a free promo being delivered with the video game, and I'm not sure if it's in the game disc, where the books are, but I think it's a separate item going to be delivered alongside the video game, but I'm not sure. In the past, it did happen. The promo was included in the game itself. For example, a shiny Rayquaza from Black and White was included in the Pokemon game. I'm not sure what the title is anymore. But again, amazing promo. I pre-ordered it myself. I think on Amazon Japan, indeed, they also let you pre-order it. If you pre-order from the Pokemon Center in Japan, you also get an art book.
Yep.
Same with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So, hey, I know what I ordered both games over there. And even if you import it from Japan, I think you can still play them in English. It's not region locked, so why not, but I'll still get an English version as well. That's just how I am. I probably get it earlier, during release, the couple of days before.
Yep.
But yes, it's the amazing promo.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. And as you rightly say, it's got the black border on the promo, which seems to suggest it's not a special art. It is a regular printed art, though the artwork is special art.
Absolutely.
Definitely a special art as far as the artwork is concerned, but no texturing. So just a regular V card by the looks of it promo. But yeah, it looks stunning. Absolutely stunning. Just can't wait for that. So the game releases January the 28th. So that's a fantastic promo. But moving on to something releasing a little bit earlier than that, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. There's a bonus being announced for that. So there's going to be a Leafeon V and a Glaceon V promo. We don't know what the promos look like. They've not been revealed. But this was revealed for Hong Kong and Taiwan, wasn't it? So Chinese language. They've been told to be different from their moves from Eevee Heroes. So we believe they're different cards with different movesets. But have we had a reveal that these are coming out in Japan? I don't think we have we?
There was a guy from Taiwan told me that Taiwanese shops, I think Hong Kong, I always mix these countries together, but they said in Japan it's going to be released, as a pre-order bonus as well. I don't know, not the pre-order, as a early purchase bonus. However, this is unconfirmed. I have not seen any public information stating this, so take it with a pinch of salt.
Yep.
But amazing promos. Again, you can't go wrong with Leafeon and Glaceon as V promos, and these are new cards with new moves.
Yeah.
So these are not reprints of their Eevee Heroes cards. And everyone is curious what the artwork will be. Will it be a new special art? Will it be an alternative artwork of the regular V cards? We will see. But very, very cool.
Very interesting indeed. I mean, I know in the UK, our pre-order bonus here is a Dialga or a Palkia figure, which is included if you pre-order early through Nintendo UK and through other third-party sellers as well. But it'd be nice if we had got trading card promos as well.
Why not?
Exactly. Okay, let's move on. Sticking to TCG merchandise and video game crossovers, rubber playmat set for Gloria and Victor. We've got some information revealed about this. So it's going to cost 5,170 yen, so about $50 US. You're going to get a playmat included with a deck sleeves, a deck box, and a box itself as a card storage box. So very similar to products we've seen recently, like with Sonia and B, by the sounds of it. What are your thoughts on this particular product? It's coming out December the 3rd, isn't it?
Yes. The rubber playmat B and Sonia, it's almost, I think it's an identical product line. What is interesting, this is slightly higher in price, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
The previous one cost like 300 yen in Japan. But hey, you can't go wrong for this kind of product. I know Gloria is also very popular as well. Nothing much more to add. There are no product images revealed. There is a dummy, a product dummy image available, with information on there, but no official artwork yet, product images or anything like that. Let's see what will happen. I think that Sonia was just very amazing. Same with the B. They won't cheapen out on the artwork.
Yeah,
it will be fantastic.
Yeah, I'm pretty much thinking the same thing. I think people might not go crazy for this immediately now, but once the artwork is revealed, this will probably be a sellout product straight away. So
absolutely.
That will definitely be interesting to see. Okay, moving on. Shiny Magikarp and your big favorite Lugia were revealed from S8A 25th anniversary collection. That was on the 20th of August. A massive reveal. The artwork for both of these is stunning. We obviously know what shiny Magikarp looks like. This Lugia though, wow! I saw this card and I was like, Kuki Saito, very nicely done indeed. It's stunning. Your thoughts, Mr. Lugia?
Yes, I think it's starting with Lugia. I think it's a very nice card. I'm very curious what kind of holo effect it will have, because it's not the conventional Sword and Shield holo. But I have not seen, on a digital image, I've not seen this pattern before. It has a silvered holo border, but I can't see any, crazy holo pattern on there. So I'm very curious what kind of effect it will be. Speaking of the artwork itself, I think it's indeed a very nice card. Like I said on my Twitter, it looks like a ho-oh, dropping the hottest rap album of the year. But amazing promo. And in terms of moves, it isn't crazy competitive, but the celebrations and anniversary collection isn't all about playability. But the shiny Magikarp, yes, I want to see it, in real life. But because it has texturing on there, it's a little bit difficult to see. But everything's textured, and one can only imagine what an upgrade it will be from its original counterpart. But yes, let's see what will happen. I want to see the cards. I think it's a shame that the Pokemon Company, the Pokemon Card Channel, only revealed digitally, not in hand. That's a shame.
It'd be nice to see the texture and how that interprets onto a real card, as you were saying. Especially that Lugia. As you say, if it was going to be the traditional Sword and Shield texturing, we'd have seen the lines through it. We always see that in the artwork. So this definitely doesn't have that. But as you say, it has got a hollow border by the looks of it. So very interesting to see. Yeah. So we'll see what emerges from that. We also had some more reveals from the 25th anniversary collection. Professor's Research, Professor Oak, and Imposter Professor Oak were revealed. Great cards. Professor Oak, I think, has caught everyone's imagination, the way he's reaching his arm out from the artwork and writing on the card surface itself. He's obviously run out of space. You can see his desk. Every bit of paper's got notes on it. And he's obviously thinking, right, okay, I need to write this down. So he's got his arm out. The artwork, really, really interesting artwork. Love the style of that. And obviously it is standard format legal, because it is it is a Professor's Research card. So you can play it. So yeah, let's and then obviously we've got the Imposter Oak as well, which looks very, very nice with the texturing as well. You can see, and the hollow pattern all the way throughout as well. I mean, what are your thoughts on both these cards?
Again, amazing cards. I initially thought when I saw that Professor Research card, it was like he was holding a cigarette, and while reading, from a book. But he's drawing indeed something, researching
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, I would have loved to see that card to be textured. But again, how will they implement this holo effect in Japan? Will they make his arm also hollow? That's
Yep.
sticking out of the border. That effect would be very cool. I hope we'll see more, extended border regular cards like these. Very nice concept. Speaking of concepts, the Imposter Professor Oak is also going to be textured. I think every card in the 25th anniversary promo pack is textured.
Yep.
Very, very cool. Yeah, you can't play this indeed in a standard format. But again, all of celebrations, let it come.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Two stunning artworks there, great cards, which I think a lot of people are very much looking forward to. Again, 27th of August, a bit more recently, yesterday we had the reveal of the Team Magma's Groudon and Groudon from S8A as well. Two very nice looking cards. Obviously, the set card has got Team Magma in it as well. Shows a very sort of imposing Groudon. They look ready to attack with it. Looks stunning. And then obviously you've got that fantastic looking Groudon from the promos section as well. Looks stunning. What are your thoughts on both these cards?
Yeah, starting with the EX Team Magma versus Team Aqua card. It's an iconic card. It's not, not in the same realm as Shining Magikarp, for example.
Yep.
But for that era, I think it's very cool.
Yeah.
I hope there's a Kyogre as well. But yeah, it's a cool card. What do I have to say? A lot of people know about Team Magma's Groudon. Going to the new Groudon from the regular set.
Yep.
I think it's also a very nice card. Everyone, it's not Team Magma admin, but what's she called again? I forgot the name, but her. I think it's a. Yeah, let's not talk about the video games lore. I'm not very good of that, but very nice cards, artworks. I just want to see them all in hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very cool.
Yeah, so fantastic, as we said. So the promo version, obviously, is the Team Magma card, and then the set version features Team Magma in the artwork, but it's just named Groudon, because obviously we won't have Team Magma mechanics in the in the set. Otherwise, it'd just be crazy. Okay, yes. Again, another reveal. 26th of August, we got a look at Lunala from this set. Now, I think we previously saw Cosmog and we definitely have seen Cosmog somewhere.
Yes,
we've seen it. But there is a trend going through these cards with Lillie featured in this line. And this card just looks stunning. Very much. It's always great when you've got the trainer and the Pokemon in a card artwork and their story and their journey together. And, we all know Lillie from Sun and Moon.
Yes.
Was very much, even at the beginning of the video game and, the whole sort of through the whole anime and stuff is, it's Cosmog and then evolving to obviously this stage. So fantastic looking card. And the popularity, it's a set card, which is a good thing, which means it's going to be easily accessible, because otherwise any card with Lillie in it goes crazy in Japan.
Absolutely.
So I think this will be very popular. It'll be a nice line to have displayed of the evolution from the basic upwards to this second stage. as artworks are concerned, telling a story very similar to, I think, the Charizard we saw in Generations.
Yes,
A
correct.
story of that
Growing up.
Charmander
Yes.
growing up
Yes.
with its trainer, and I think this sort of emulates that as well. We've seen it a few times in the past, and it's nice to see another card in this set. It's appropriate, really, for 25th anniversary to see this. I mean, what are your thoughts on it?
Eh, just literally what you said. I can't wait to see the full line. Very nice card. I did mention, put this in a script because there's something more important. Speaking of Lunala and Lillie to talk about, and yeah, you have the word. It's your turn.
Yes. Well, we're getting to that now, aren't we? So,
Yes.
yeah, just wanted to say this artwork's by Kurosaki as well, and I love artwork by Kurosaki, so fantastic looking artwork. But yes, that leads us on very nicely to another announcement of Lunala and Lillie. It's Pokemon TCG and Pokemon Masters EX crossover. It's 2-year anniversary, and we remember when Pokemon Masters EX first came out, there was a bit of a unofficial TCG collaboration, i.e. the Dream League CHR cards,
Yes.
which everyone loves. That were, for those of you who don't know, those were the cards that came in, oh my gosh, Cosmic Eclipse.
Yes, correct.
In English. They were the sort of special secret Pokemon cards with their trainers. Like, for example, we had Mimikyu with Acerola, Red and Pikachu, so yeah, very iconic. They're doing it again. This time it's a playmat, not a card. Imagine if this was a card. This would have been insanely crazy. So what are they doing? Well, essentially, this is not just in Japan. It's been announced for North America as well. What you need to do is part of their Twitter. I think it's you applied by Twitter. I'm not too sure. Is it?
Probably.
Or is it? Yeah. So there's going to be a screenshot sweepstake. Essentially, there's going to be 250 playmats via lottery, and you've got to do a screenshot of your favorite moments from the EX game, I think,
Yes.
and enter that way, and you'll have a chance of winning this a stunning playmat. Lillie's in a sort of dress outfit matching Lunala very much, with a sort of very sort of moon type colors as well. It just looks amazing, and the background and the playmat looks stunning as well. The colors pop. Very, very nice playmat indeed.
Yes.
If they did a merchandise line of this would be another one of those where there'd be a stampede in the Pokemon Center, like we saw for those Lillie sleeves a few years ago. But yeah, absolutely stunning. If you haven't seen it, go over to PokeGuardian.com and check out the images. But yeah, very nice. And I think because of the second anniversary, there's going to be a sync pair of Lillie and Lunala anniversary edition, I think, running from August 27th to September 29th.
Correct.
Yep, so you can have those as sync pairs. I did initially, I was playing this game when it first came out for a good few months, and then I stopped playing, but this might tempt me to go back into it and see how it's progressed. I'll have to check if I still got it on my phone. But yeah, it was a fun game to play, that's for sure. But yeah, so that crossover continues. Anything you wanted to add, or do you think we've covered it?
I think we've covered pretty well. I do think it's a shame we never got a promo card similar to Professor Willow.
Yep.
Why not? Why not? Because not everyone will win this playmat. 250 people. That's nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah. But like you said, that Lillie in a special outfit is the poster child of that second anniversary of Pokemon Masters EX. So yeah, very cool. And in the Netherlands, you can't download this app, so I never played it.
Yes, yeah, because of loot box rules.
Most likely, yes.
Yeah. So it never got released there. That's a shame.
It's a shame.
Okay, we'll move on. Let's have a look at an announcement about Sword and Shield 9. So It's not really an announcement as such. It is literally placeholders, no real detailed information, but something that there is only one thing in here that gives us any inkling as to what this potentially is about. And that is on March the 25th, there is a product called the Arceus figure collection box coming out. This is our first and only major hint, and it could mean nothing and it could mean everything, this new set, we don't know what it's going to be based on. It's a totally new year of the TCG. So the sets that come out this time of year are based on the sets that have come out in January, February, and March in Japan. January, February, sometimes you get a dual set, so you might have a month where it's skipped. We generally do get a dual set at the beginning of a new year. So we'll probably see a dual set released, and then a third set, which will complement that to make this English set. Obviously, it looks like the Sword and Shield era has sort of, as far as the video games are concerned, run its course. So the video games usually translate to the TCG as well. There's usually a close link. So the next evolution is obviously Arceus Legend. Seeing that the Diamond and Pearl remakes are remakes and seem to be a product similar to how Let's Go was revealed, like Eevee and Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. I think Arceus Legends is more of a realistic intention of where potentially the video game could go. I mean, the TCG could go based on the video game. So that's the only hint we've got. Other than that, we just know it's Sword and Shield 9. We've got products coming out in January. There's a V collection box, which might be an introduction. Sometimes what we do is we get current set packs and we get a jumbo card with, like we had Zacian and Zamazenta before Sword and Shield came out. You know, we had Sun and Moon packs. We had a jumbo Zacian and Zamazenta, which were the old size jumbo, not the oversized like we got recently, to introduce a new year. Just to give people, here's a taster because this new game's out. So here's some cards, promo cards. February, we got a V collection box as well. And then everything kicks off in March. March 25th, we've got a lot of products being released. We've got the Pokeball tins. Those are usually based upon different types of Pokeballs. So we'll see some of those. V-tins are coming out. That's pretty standard when a new set comes out. You sort of tend to get a triple set of V-tins with 3 different V cards that you can get. Mini-tins, again, that seems to be a product that Pokemon very much like nowadays. Seem to get those with most sets coming out. So you'll get 2 packs usually in one of those tins. Usually 1 pack from a current set and 1 older pack and a coin and a special artwork card relating to what's on the tin. Like I said already, the Arceus figure collection box is the big one. We got the March V box, March Premium collection box. We got a V Union collection box. So that seems to suggest that V Union is going to be a continuing mechanic, which continues where you get all 4 cards in a box, which makes it a lot more simpler and easier to be able to obtain those cards rather than putting them in sets. We've got Premium Tournament Collection. That's an interesting one because...
That's very interesting.
What's the last Premium Tournament Collection we got? Marnie.
Yeah.
So, is this a hint that we'll be getting all of those folders with the signed promos coming in English? Could it be a hint that maybe once every quarter we're going to get a new one? We didn't get Bead, we didn't get Hop, and then there's 4 new ones in Japan at the moment as well. So potentially this could mean every quarter we might be getting one of those with a new set release. We don't know. Could be a hint. Spring Collector's Chest, which is standard. Battle Academy is coming out, which is based on the family card game in Japan. Spring Battle Deck Bundle, which again would expect a new sort of V Battle Deck bundle coming out. And the V Battle Decks as well. So quite a lot to take in there. A lot of that is, as we said, pretty standard from what you'd expect when a new set comes out. Some of those are a continuation of what Pokemon has started this year, especially stuff like the V-Union box. You know, the mini tins have been around for about a year and a half now and seem to be a popular product as well. What are your highlights from this personally, Zakariya?
First of all, a big disclaimer. this, on the website, we have all mentioned these dates, release dates. These are all subject to change. These can be. I personally don't expect all of these March products to release in March. Probably spread out throughout the year. But these are real products. They have EN numbers and everything. So these are real. But all this information is heavily subject to change, and it's very important. Take it with a pinch of salt. But it's a nice glimpse for the future of what is going to be coming in early 2022. I'll start with Sword and Shield 9.
Yep.
I think it's very interesting why it released in March, not in February. This because I thought they would pick up the regular release date schedule, from before COVID. But that could indicate there's a set coming out before that, just like Shining Fates and Battle Styles, between those dates. But 25 March, 25th of March 2022, we will see what will happen. All of these are generic products, except indeed, like you said, for a couple, Arceus figure collection box. We all think it's it's almost obvious. It's the Arceus free promo from Japan.
Yep.
That you'll get as a pre-annual bonus with the game. And the March free View Union collection. This indicates that the Union is not done. And I think that's very interesting. What could be more as a V Union card? We will see. The Premium Tournament collection, yes, like you said, there are some trainer collections released last week in Japan.
Yep.
We are talking about something very interesting after this that could be related to this product, because Marnie, the Marnie version, had Marnie full art from Shining Fates, that was cut out to be released in the Marnie Premium Tournament collection. Something very similar could happen, which is, we'll see. I think it's Nessa. I hope it's Nessa. The Battle Academy, indeed, like the name suggests, I think it's almost identical release to the Japanese counterpart, the family Pokemon card game. And I think that's very interesting. Of course, everyone knew that there was going to be, a new version. It is an award-winning product here internationally. So why not let it come? And these products are very easy to get still now. Even though it contains a Charizard V card, why not? If you are, I don't assume that, but if you are new and happen to listen to this podcast, go buy this Battle Academy. Hook up, call your friends or anything, family that has no, experience with Pokemon TCG. Play it. It's very nice. You will learn, the basics of, Pokemon TCG. Get it.
Yeah, it's definitely a fantastic starter product for people who've never played, and it's aimed to be like a board game. So
yes.
Yeah,
which is not, but
it's not. Yeah,
only the thing, that the playmat is from sturdy cardboard, like material which you find in board games. But other than that, it's not a board game.
Yeah.
But very cool products. Let's see what will happen. Again, very subject to change. So let's all wait and see what will happen.
Absolutely. So exciting there. But as Zakariya says, please take it with a pinch of salt. Dates do change. These are very early indications. But as he said as well, there are EAN numbers and product codes and serial numbers. So these products will come out more than likely.
Yeah.
So just keep an eye out on date changes. And you can check on PokeGuardian regularly, where once things are officially confirmed, they will definitely be announced there as well. Okay, so the next thing, a new app named Pokémon TCG Live is coming soon as well. Again, take this with we've seen an image with the logo for this and mentioning it, but we don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So it's all speculation at the moment what this could be. But it's mentioned Pokemon TCG Live. Is this a reworking of the online game? Is this potentially a new online client? Is this similar to what they're doing with Magic, where you can have a camera set up and play live with real cards against other players through the internet? So you're required to have the cards. We don't know. You know, it's it's interesting to see this, but we know there's something new coming, which is always fun and
Yes.
exciting. And it involves playing the game by the looks of it, because it says TCG Live and it shows a picture of 2 card backs. So you'd assume it's some mechanic or some way to play the game. But how, whether that's in real life or whether that's through an online client, we don't know. But it's definitely interesting. So you spotted this on the back of the Fusion Strike blister pack.
Yeah, it was spotted on the back indeed while we were covering Fusion Strike.
Yep.
But it does say and a code card for Pokemon TCG Live, so it might indicate a replacement or rebranding for TCG Online.
Yeah.
And it's it's all 10 years old already, that client. So I think it was due to at least a rebrand.
Yeah.
A lot of people do complain about TCG Online, and and the developers, they target some of the developers, and the developers, they are being contracted by the Pokémon Company International, and they pay, you pay what you get for, and that's essentially what the Pokémon Company does. They pay for that, and if it runs, it runs. But if they don't pay the developers for, making a new product, then they won't do anything. They won't work for free.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just keep that in mind. If there's any hatred or anything, don't target the studio, target the Pokemon Company International. And I think a lot of players did that.
Yeah.
Amazing. There's so much response already, and a lot of assumptions. Like Taj, like you said, we know nothing. We only know about Pokemon TCG Live. It's absolutely coming. It's probably revealed too early for the world to know. But hey, it's going. It has probably some involvement with TCG Online, because there's a code card mentioned. Let's see what will happen.
Yeah, and it's quite interesting, the timing of this as well. So me being a Magic the Gathering player as well, MTG Arena has had major overhauls over the last year. A lot of money pumped into it, a lot of development. It's now available. It used to be purely on Windows. It's now available on tablets, phones, Apple or iOS, Android. They've really pumped a lot of money and development into that. And I think Pokemon might suddenly have thought, hold on a minute, Wizards are investing quite a lot into MTG, and there's a lot of money being made through that, especially through the COVID period. We need our slice of the pie of this, and we don't want to fall behind, because the Pokemon TCG has had a lot of bad press from players. They're very frustrated in how dated it is, and how many faults and errors there are in there as well. So they just want a reliable system, and it won't hurt if they invested money in there to make it visually appealing as well. In today's day and age, people playing, even if it's a card game, it needs to be visually appealing as well, with animations for, if you're doing a VMAX move, and you do your old GX move where it's 1 per turn, 1 per game, you want it to look outstanding when you execute it, but we have none of that. It's just boom, your GX token flicks over and that's it. I think this could, if it is to do with the game, a major overall with improved animations and effects to make it visually more appealing would be amazing. And I think that they are being pushed from all angles, from competition as well as players themselves. So interesting. We'll wait and see what it all means, and it won't be too long.
You mentioned MTG Arena, but Yu-Gi-Oh is also making their moves. Master Duel is coming, and I think it's cross-platform as well.
Yep.
So Pokemon has to hopefully we will see a TCG online for the Switch. I think there's demand for that, but it would be very nice, yes, if it's cross-platform. Why not?
Definitely, cool. 100%. So we'll move on from that information and move on to some other rumors. So you covered this quite a while back about VMAX Climax, the fun name with the innuendos a while back. This is a long time ago, actually. You saw the registration for this trademark. And we really think that there are rumors now pumping out that this could be the high class set this year. Let's not get it mixed up. We have got a 25th anniversary set, but that's not a high class set. The set size is very small. Every year we expect to get a high class set. It's been the standard where you're getting the best of the year's cards essentially in a set, and then they like to tack some other stuff on at the end as well, just to make it a bit more spicy and a bit more interesting. Like we saw with Tag Team All Stars with Shiny Star V as well, and obviously Ultra Shiny GX prior to that as well. You know, always interesting to see the high class sets. And we've seen some rumors popping out. So there's multiple reports now circulating that this name is going to be used for the high class set. So VMAX Climax, and it tends to, based upon where the video games have gone and where we're moving forward, you know, Sword and Shield seems to be phasing out. Yes, it's going to continue to be what they use for the video game tournaments going forward, but as far as the games are concerned, they've reached the end of their life cycle. So having Climax, the end of the VMAX era, could very much be an indication of that. And apparently there's also information floating around that, well, December the 3rd is the expected release date. 5,500 yen per booster box, which is a standard price for your high-class booster box. But there might be an Ultra Ball reprint in this, is the guess. A Gala Friends SR, which would tie in with what happened at the end of Sun and Moon, where we had the Alolan Friends SR, and Gloria and all the Galar gym leaders would be reprinted as SR cards, which, again, that would make sense. It would be a nice way to have all the gym leaders, because, you know, if you're looking back at an era of, as in Sword and Shield, you want to link it in, and having all the gym leaders would be a nice way to end it. We did get all of them by the end of this now. By now, we have got all of the gym leaders as SR cards. So with Raihan introduced this last set, we've got all of them that you face on your journey to become the champion. So yes, it would be nice to get reprints of them all as well. And if you get a Galar Friends SR, wow, I think that's probably going to be one of the most highly demanded SR cards. I mean, I've got the Alolan Friends SR behind me on my display there, and it is a fantastic card, and it is a nice memory of the Sun and Moon era. So it'll be interesting. I mean, what do you think about all these rumors coming out? And obviously, you've got a bit of an inkling as to potentially what they could, where these rumors are coming from, and how likely you think things might be.
It probably has leaked internally, which is, if it's true, it's a real shame. You are essentially rewarding these kind of leakers, but again, it's still a rumor. But come on, man! From what I see, it would be very crazy if it's not real. But again, it's not still confirmed. We don't have seen any distributor listings or anything like that listed officially. But if it's really true, VMAX Climax is coming. Everyone knows it's meant for a high class pack, and indeed, it would be so crazy if they would not release it. they would not trademark anything for nothing, you know.
Yeah.
And essentially, this has to be TCG related. You know, there's nothing else with VMAX, you know, with Pokemon. But yes, very, very hype set. If you are not, you know, prepare your wallets for after 25th anniversary, because it will get messy. Yeah, the information of the set, you know, the secret Ultra Balls. I've heard from, you know, a friend that stores were already trying to, you know, buy up all of the gold Ultra Balls. Again, it's just that could indicate, you know, it's a real thing. You know, it's crazy to hear that stores are already doing this. A lot of not necessarily scalpers, but a lot of collectors already trying to essentially spam stores with, hey, can I pre-order this set and this and that? Stores don't know of this set, so which is again very troublesome for the future. Again, and that's why I hate this kind of leaks, because nothing is confirmed yet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Gloria, SR. We mentioned about the Victor and Gloria rubber playmat set, which is releasing in the same month. So I think we have something very strong here. It's a very strong rumor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. So the rumors are December the 3rd, which is about right. It's usually towards the end of November. We see a high class set. We did see, I think last year was October. It's a little bit earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This year we've got the 25th anniversary to consider as well. So it's obviously we've got to squeeze all of that in as well. There's also rumors of a special deck set, Zacian Zamazenta versus Eternatus, to be released on November the 5th. No price on that yet. Again, just a rumor. Sword and Shield Starter Deck 100 would also be releasing December 17th and would cost 790 yen. Again, interesting. I wonder what that potentially could be.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting stuff. So that's very, very something
exciting.
I think exciting, but again worrying, because it's similar time before release. Like Eevee Heroes was getting a lot of hype this far earlier as well, and it just caused massive issues, especially for people in Japan, because internationally the hype just made it unobtainable and crazy. Yeah, but we'll see what happens.
Also,
okay.
by the way, the color gym leaders we have mentioned about the premium tournament collection releasing next year.
Yep.
What I intended to say is they could remove an SR card from the Gala Gym leaders, maybe Nessa, you know, to be released in that product. So we will see in the future if everything is true.
Absolutely. That will be very interesting. Okay, so let's move on to our main topic of discussion, Fusion Strike, the official reveal. So I get notified from Pokemon Company International in London about English release products, and I got this after PokeGuardian got it. They sent this out to me as well. But interesting stuff. So it's officially been revealed. They've sent out all the mail shots of the products. And yeah, it's going to be a huge set. So obviously Fusion Strike is based upon Fusion Arts coming out in Japan, but there's no other real set to fill the other gaps in. Fusion Arts is a main set. It's a core set. It's a very large set. So, you know, we're going to have about 130 odd cards when you include all the super rare or higher. But this set's 260 cards. So where are the rest of the cards coming from is the question. And we've got a very good indication looking at some of the pack artwork. Gengar VMAX, for example, is on the pack artwork. So that goes to show that the Gengar high class deck will have some of its cards in this set. You know,
Inteleon too.
Inteleon as well, exactly. So, you know, so there's a couple of areas where we could get stuff from. We also had starter decks with V cards, which all of them haven't been put in here. Recent sets English sets have cut certain cards from.
Yeah.
Chilling Reign had cut cards from previous sets. Also, with Evolving Skies, we've had a few cards cut as well. So they could be making their way into this set as well to help fill it up. A 260 card set. Wow, Pokemon, why do you keep doing this to us? Such huge English sets. 20 Pokemon V, 13 full art Pokemon V, 8 Pokemon VMAX, 20 trainer cards, and 7 full art supporter cards, and 1 special energy card. So it'll be released November the 12th, a couple of weeks before my birthday, which is very nice. So yeah, interesting. Yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on this set and the reveal?
First of all, I think this is one of the, I think if it's not one of the largest sets ever.
Yeah.
Again, it's ridiculous. What are you doing? It's just so big. Why?
Let me have a quick look. I mean, yeah, looking at set numbers, I was looking at it the other day, and and somebody said, I think it was our good friend Bresh saying about, do the set sizes being they are, do you still collect master sets? And I said, well, Lost Thunder, I'd lost hope from Lost Thunder onwards, because Lost Thunder was the first time you had a massive set, like 236 cards that had Unified Minds had 258. Cosmic Eclipse had 271. So Cosmic Eclipse still sits as the biggest set to date with 271 cards. And recently, obviously, Chilling Reign 233, Evolving Skies 237. Yeah, we're looking at huge, huge sets. And this is the second largest set to date after Cosmic Eclipse.
Yeah, insane.
Well, it says over 260, so...
Yeah, excluding the secret rares.
Yeah, so it could... Yeah. You're right, it could be bigger than Cosmic Eclipse.
Much bigger.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what are your ultimate thoughts on this, this set as a whole?
I think Fusion Arts, the Japanese counterpart, I think it will be, of course, better, as a standalone set. But, I think I've stated my point about this kind of, the whole set release method internationally. It shows that the English sets are an afterthought, and they don't really care about, the international, releases, because, everyone will eventually buy it. I do think, they should just at least, release these individually, or it starts with Japan. They should remove at least the rainbow rare or the hyper rare cards, the rainbow stuff. Make all full arts special art cards, ditch the 3D stuff, and you will have, at least 50% less, bloated cards in there, in that set. Because for Evolving Skies, for example, 50%, 50 secret rares in there, or something like that.
Yeah.
Including the regular full arts, which is not counted as a secret rare here internationally. But if you cut, all the rainbow stuff, the 3D full art stuff, and even a lot of these gold cards, and you still have a nice set. This is why, Japan doesn't care, but I really hope for year 3 they will stop making these dual sets, because again, these sets will be so bloated for us, and you won't get if you open packs for one card, you won't get it.
Yeah.
Or you are stupidly lucky if you do get it, but you won't get it's not advised to buy packs. Just open it for fun, but don't buy it for a specific card. Just buy it as a single, because that would be very costly if you buy packs to open them for one card. And for pre-releases, in the past, pre-releases, there was an evolution kit, and but you have to use that evolution kit right now for each new set, otherwise you won't have a nice deck.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I go to every pre-release, and I've been to every pre-release since Ultra Prism. And when I first began going to pre-releases, you would use maybe one of the two lines in your evolution kit to supplement what you got from your packs.
Yeah.
But because the sets are so bloated now, you are relying on the evolution kit and the two lines in there to build a deck from, because you do not get any combos, or you cannot, because the sets are so big and so much filler in there, you can't build a feasible playable pre-release deck.
Yeah, exactly.
From what you pull from 4 packs. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Very good point that in that sense as well. You're right. Set sizes are too big. There's a lot of filler cards in there. Even just the generic commons and uncommons, they could cut quite a lot of those out and just make it a lot more streamlined. Because of the frequency of us seeing these sets coming out, from a playing perspective, there's a lot of cards that don't see any play whatsoever because they're just not viable. So they know this. They playtest everything in Japan. They have full-time playtesters playtesting the card game and the mechanics. They know there are cards they can just cut, especially some with these generic 3G artworks. So we're talking about commons and uncommons as well here, not just the bloat of the full arts, but we need to reduce these set sizes. I think they're becoming unsustainable for collectors, for players, to try and figure it out. It's just when you're getting a new set every 3 months and you've got over 250 cards to consider, it's difficult.
I do think some people suggested a monthly set, but they can't do that intentionally.
Logistically, it'll be too difficult, wouldn't it? Because everything's produced in America, it has to get shipped across to Europe and
high skill
Australasia. It's from a logistical point of view, to keep on top of that and have the print cycle there, you can't manage it unless you have local distribution and production in each continent. In each continent, even. At the moment, we're relying heavily on Pokemon Company International producing everything in the USA to then ship out globally. It's just not feasible. And I think Japan's feeling the pressure now, having to produce for the Asian market and not being able to keep up with demand domestically because of that. It's, again, it's something they need to look at, localizing production. And I know the Korean production model wasn't great because the quality of card stock was very poor and the quality control wasn't great, but that has improved recently. And you can see that in Korean cards. The price has gone up as well. But you're getting more of a premium product. So as it's established itself now in that market. So again, it does. A lot of questions get open when you start talking about sets like this, doesn't it?
Yes.
But what I find really interesting is we're getting the Build and Battle Stadium product again in this. Now, I haven't seen Build and Battle Stadium listed locally in the UK for Evolving Skies. I know it's supposed to be available, but then again, we don't see Build and Battle kits outside of pre-releases very often, which are supposed to be available. So it seems to be very much focused towards the North American market, availability-wise at least. Though it's a shame really, because those are really nice products that would, especially the Build and Battle Stadium. For pre-releases are a great way for people to learn the mechanics of the game and start to play. And if you can do that at home with a friend or a family member, that'd be fantastic to be able to do that. We are, again, though, seeing Elite Trainer boxes that are going to be exclusive to the Pokemon Center as well.
Again.
In North America. So 10 booster packs instead of the 8. You're getting additional divider. You're getting additional set of sleeves in that one. No, yes, you are. Yeah, you're getting the Genesect sleeves, I think.
Yeah.
And you're getting the new coin as well in that. But yeah, it's nice that they're doing the Pokemon Center ones. But again, when do we get it in Europe? I'm being selfish here, UK and Europe. We'd like to see a Pokemon Center here as well, please, giving us exclusive products like this.
Please.
Yeah.
There could be one item in there that's not shown,
Yep.
similar to the Evolving Skies one, because that has an Eevee pin,
Yep.
which wasn't revealed initially, but was revealed after that. So we don't know what's going to be included in the Pokemon Center version.
Yeah.
Extra.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting to see, definitely. Cool. Fusion Strike obviously is going to include the new Fusion Strike mechanic.
Yes.
Which there's Rapid Strike mechanic now, Single Strike mechanic, and Fusion Strike mechanic. We've also seen a reveal with all three on a card,
Yes.
which we've not covered today. But it's going to be very interesting going forward how these three mechanics intertwine. Obviously, last year of Sword and Shield, will we see these mechanics continue forward into the new year, into the new sets going forward? Don't know. Could it just be a 1 year thing? But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they combine and how they work. But yeah, that's my stance on it. Anything else you'd like to add to that, Zakariya?
Speaking of the video games, I've seen in the Arceus Legends trailer,
Yep.
They mentioned something similar. I think it was 2 stanzas that was similar to Rapid Single Strike. They could come here as in the next year as TCG sets.
Yes.
I know these mechanics, but again, if you followed all of the news in Japan, a lot of these Japanese cards are essentially coming here. Hoopa V, that we have not covered in this podcast because there's too much news released in
Yes.
a couple of days. But Hoopa V, the regular version, is going to be a Hoopa V box. So that's very interesting. So the regular art might be like similar cards, with past sets could be excluded from the set.
Yep.
So you will only have the regular version. That's what the full art version in Fusion Strike, which is very interesting. Rillaboom Cinderace VMAX, the Gigantamax versions from the, these are promos in S5A Max's Fighters again in March already. These are coming here. That's very interesting again. We have covered Inteleon VMAX. These are also confirmed to be Gigantamax. So these are from the VMAX high class decks. Boltund V. Boltund was mentioned, but there's no mention of Boltund V or VMAX. That could be, an unannounced V or VMAX, which is going to be revealed in a matter of time in Japan, which is very interesting because Boltund V already had a V card in Rebel Clash, similar, to other past legendaries, like Sonaconda, for example, Victini, Celebi, in that kind of line. But there's not much information revealed this time. No cards in English revealed, because Evolving Skies literally just released yesterday. Yep. So they are revealing very quickly things. The product lineup, Espeon and Eevee promo from the 6th gym promo set in Japan is going to be in the 3-pack blisters. This time they are, the meshing artworks, just like Umbreon and Eevee. That wasn't always the case before.
Yep.
I wasn't very happy about that. But that's very cool. All the gym promos in a single pack blisters, Jacqueline blisters, Blitzel and Tepic, single strike and rep strike promos, very cool. Which one? Yeah, the premium Jacqueline blisters. Yeah, I think these blisters are, I think, one of the most disappointing single pack, promos of the last year. These are literally 1-to-1 reprints with just holo from the set. I would have at least appreciated if it was a Cosmofoil holo of the set. This time it's the Cinderace and Rillaboom line from Chilling Rain, 1-to-1 reprint. Yeah, please replace that. Please, if you listen to Promo Company, do replace that kind of promo. And overall, I think that was it for initially what was all revealed. The story about new VMAX and this and that. All the translations are on the Japanese page, which is also mentioned in the article. So if you're into that, it's there on the PokeGuardian.com. But yes, I want to see all the special arts. I want to see. Speaking of special arts, would be very likely that we see Gengar and Italian VMAX special art in this set.
Yep.
So I think for you, the Sarso collector,
yes,
there's something to check off hopefully soon.
Yep.
For the collection. But I think we'll have to see and wait for the Japanese version of Fusion Arts. What we will reveal later next month and this month. There's already going to be a Relegator to be revealed in 3 days from now on our official YouTube channel. And Tuan Lei mentioned it was an ability from the new set. So very interesting. Let's see what will November 12th, 2021.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think we've covered everything. There was a lot to cover. There was a lot more news that we had to omit this episode. But obviously time is limited and we can't cover everything. There's been a lot of news coming out. But thank you all so much for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed this podcast, episode 16. It's almost our 1 year anniversary. September last year we started doing these podcasts. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Hope you've enjoyed how the podcasts have evolved over time. Any suggestions, pop them in the comments to PokeGuardian. We're always receptive to listen to what our viewers and listeners want from these podcasts. We hope you enjoy them. And it's been fantastic. Zakariya, is there anything you want to add before we go?
Have a nice day and spend your money wisely on Evolving Skies.
Absolutely.
But have a nice day.
Yeah, take care, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed it. You can catch me on PokéTaj on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/PokéTaj, as well as my Twitch, so twitch.tv/PokéTaj. Zakariya is always quite active on Twitch as well. Recently opening some stuff as well. So yeah, you can catch us live, but also follow us on Twitter. Where we're very active, both of us, multiple times per day on there posting stuff. So if you want to know the latest stuff, check out PokeGuardian.com and check out the PokeGuardian Twitter page as well. So take care, stay safe, and we'll see you on the next podcast. Bye.
Goodbye.